I hold in my hand a $1 bill and a $100 bill. Now immediately you can see the difference. But if you take away the numbers, you can see that they're not much different. They're both about the same measurements. They both have presidents' faces on the front. They both represent an amount of gold in the U.S. Treasury. There's a chance that they were printed in the same place. They both say United States of America. They both talk about how they're legal tender. Both have pictures, signatures, numbers on them. They're really not much different. But they have one main difference, and that is exactly what you see and that I see in them. Their value. And these, see, something as tangible as money, something that comes in and leaves the grips of many people, has less value than what you or I do. But yet, we can easily depict the value of a $100 bill and a $1 bill. If I were to take this to the grocery store and buy a quart of milk or even a gallon of milk and walked away, people would call me crazy because I just gave something of high value for something of a lot less. Now, if I were to take this dollar bill and go exchange it for the very same thing, I were to go get a gallon of milk, people would tell me, you got a great deal out of that. Now again, I want to reiterate, how much more valuable are we than legal tender, something that is tangible, something that easily changes? How much more valuable are you than that? Yet somehow we don't allow ourselves to see that value. We don't decide how people treat us. We should be treated as of the highest legal tender. But yet, we don't allow ourselves to be spent that way. We let people degrade us. We let people crumble us up. We let people do whatever they want with us because we don't see ourselves as nothing more than this. You see, it's vital and it's of the utmost importance that we value ourselves much higher than what we think we are. Now, I'm not talking about vanity. Vanity is merely just seeing yourself higher than other people. It's just all about I'm better than you. But confidence and self-worth is knowing that you're not going to treat me like this because this is how I was made. And in the same instance, these very possibly could have been printed in the very same place. But the only difference is the value that they hold. Now, God made every single person with the same value. He sees nobody different, nobody less, nobody more. But we don't always see each other or other people as that. And more importantly, we don't sometimes see ourselves as that. If I were to give this money to a 2-year-old kid who has no idea what money is, he'll crumble it up, write on them, draw on them. He'll treat both of them the very same way. Give it to a 4 or 5-year-old kid who's just learning about money. He could give this for a popsicle at a store. Give this to an average adult, and he'll know, well, this I need to set back, or this I can use it to buy more than this. But give it to an investor, and he'll take this and turn it into this. You see, these don't change. It's all about what hands they are in and how they're treated. If you don't allow yourself to be treated like this, if you see yourself truly as something of high value with intrinsicness, then people will either respect you or they'll leave from your life because you're not worth being treated any less than that. In fact, you should be treated more than each of those tangible things I just showed you. So every day, it's important to increase in your value, increase in your self-worth, increase in who you are, and see yourself as more valuable than a $100 bill, and not allow anybody to spend or to treat you like that. It's very simple. You could, if I were to buy something and just give somebody this $100 bill and then realize, man, I really wasted my money on this object, take it back, I could get my money back. And I could take this and use it much wiser. And in the same way, sometimes we spend ourselves of things of less value than what we're worth. It's not as hard as we think to just go make a return and exchange and get our worth back. All we have to do is invest and be smart and respect ourselves and allow ourselves to see how valuable we really are.